recording.
I'm gonna be thinking about that this entire fucking session now. Fucking piece of travesty. Alright, we skipped a week because of the holidays, so this D6 is gonna be spicy, whoever can land it. Alright, let's see. Who did it last time? Who was it? Was it, who the fuck was it? Was it Goat?
Might have been, yeah.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 5 or 6 is me. He's going Muda. Hate to see it. Alright, let's see how we do. I'm gonna put this. Come on. It's a 1. That is penal. It doesn't have to be extravagant, just a real quick thing to get us in the fucking present moment.
Okay, if I remember correctly, I think the last thing we did was essentially we just like popped through the portal that ended up in the like laboratory, I think it was, that had all the like the weird demon creature grabbing all those people.
Yeah, coming out of the portal. It was frozen in time.
Yeah. And we explored that for a little bit. I think we popped back through it to let people know what was on the other side or something.
No, we couldn't.
No.
It was destroyed.
Okay, we couldn't? Okay.
Yeah.
But then we explored some more, and we were outside and everything, and then Dagny kept using, I think, Dispelled Magic to, like, tank chunks of the time slow and fast magic pause away as we explored. Went down a hill a little bit to where the main town was, and then saw like some glimpses of the past from some. I don't remember what we did to do that.
It happened.
But we saw some of the past where death tyrants were like grouping together and attacking in unison, just destroying the city.
These motherfuckers.
Yeah. And
Mr. Bones.
we found one guy being attacked by some tall shrouded figure. We dispelled the magic around him, fought the creature, and it turns out it was outside of the game. It's a mind flayer, but we still technically don't know. Some weird purple tentacled thing that was eating his head.
It was name dropped by Dr. Perseus, so you would at least know the name.
Yeah, we found Dr. Perseus, who was bleeding profusely from his head. Healed him up, went back to... We found like a random house.
Yep.
Healed him, we got some information about the area from him. And he said that he could gather or get us some information about what happened here.
Particularly Genesis.
Yeah. And we kept dispel magicking chunks away to basically get to where we are here. And then we explored some more in here, found a big console. This like cloaked floating thing paused me in time, then flew off. And then the harpy Diza flew off over here, and then is now frozen in time. And then 2 more mind flayers popped in to say hi.
Yep, as they are now unfrozen.
And that's basically it.
There's also
it wasn't very detailed, but it also wasn't really like a whole lot.
No, it's fine. There was also a minor episode with Nadira, who may or may not have had it. We're gonna brush over it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that entirely.
It's all good.
It didn't happen.
It's not important. Nadira will tell you herself.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Shut up.
That brings us here in the present moment of this refinery, where you heard some commotion in the southeast corner, where our harpy, Disa, was curiously messing with a strange apparatus and garnered the attention of one of these cloaks. Unfortunately, there were some things caught in its field that are now unfrozen. And everyone would see and would hear the commotion that is coming from that section of the area, as it is very clearly not safe. Roll for initiative.
So, as
Everybody?
a quick question,
Everybody.
how far
Yeah.
down is this like conveyor belt compared to where we are?
Oh
That's-
yeah, baby.
Oh, spicy!
Because he's a high elf.
He's getting high
Uh-huh.
rolls. That's a good 20-foot descent onto that conveyor belt.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I have inspiration. I forgot about that.
I think I have inspiration too. I don't know if I used it yet. No, I don't. I used it.
I'm really mad that I wasted the natural 20 on that.
Well,
Oh, you should probably make your rolls public again.
Oh, fuck a duck.
Mhm.
Thank you. Mubby.
Mm-hmm.
Are I don't know if we've seen them before, but are we supposed to see like the enemies' rolls for initiative, or does it not really matter?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I switch between public and private on a whim. Alright. Top of the initiative is Nadira. You were helping escort Percy to this little alcove that he was directing you to. When you saw Disa fly over, there was some strange mechanical noises that happened over there. You see a service cloak move over there in the far distance. They're now frozen, and you can hear something unpleasant is churning from that corner. You can't see the mind flayers because this wall here is solid, but you know something is not right.
I don't want to be first. I don't know. It's too much pressure. Too much pressure. Panic. I assume this one over in this corner is alert to what is happening in this corner.
It doesn't appear to be paying it much mind. In fact, it seems to be very concentrated on the wall here, as if to uphold its route on maintenance.
Fuck, well we have to walk around that one to get to the other corner because we can't fly.
You could, of course, take this catwalk, although
Yeah, that looks like a whole lot of hell no.
although you're gonna have to figure out how to get up here because that is above.
Can't you turn into a giant bird?
Do you think a giant bird is not going to be very noticeable to everything else?
I mean,
as far as we know, these two are deactivated or just not aware of anything.
So they're currently suspended above the catwalk a good 20 feet. They are attached to these clamps and are motionless. They're hooked up to a series of wires and cables that are linking up with their skin, and they don't seem to be conscious.
That seems
Oh,
like
you
a
said skin.
fucking trap. Fine, I'm gonna turn into a bird. How high are the ceilings? Actually, let me start with that question.
The ceiling goes up
Are
a
we
good
like in a
50
real
feet.
tall building? Oh, okay, we're in a really tall building. Okay, I will turn into a burb, and burb will fly to like right over. I can fly 80 feet. How far is 80 feet? Oh, 80 feet is really far. I'm gonna just come land like right here.
I'm gonna set you up with one of these.
Panic. Not what I wanted to do, but that's all right. Make it work.
There we are.
Now I have to get my animal form thing out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'ma just like come perch, fuck a duck, like right here,
All right.
just like sitting on the edge. I am waiting. I'm not doing anything else. That's
I'm
it.
not gonna delete your original token because it'll remove initiative, and that's annoying. So we'll just put
Okay.
you invisible for now.
I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like shove myself into like a corner.
Yeah, you're not actually present. So there you go.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyways,
Cool
destined.
beans. Sorry.
Okay, you
Right.
said, is this entire area in here like walled off? Like over here
pink-
too?
Ping to where you're looking. Oh, yeah. So let me see if I can.
Like
So
it's hard
this,
to like,
This here is the wall that
Yep.
goes along like this.
but like where those barrels and boxes are, is there a wall there or no?
No,
Okay.
there is not. You have a direct
That's-
line of sight from where you are to Diza. Actually, well, no, you have to round the corner, but where Aerithal is, it's a straight shot. Mostly.
Okay. Okay, so I will go. There's a thing in the way. I guess that's fine. I guess I'll do. I think I'm pretty sure that's 30 feet. And then
20. Yes.
yeah, and then I will firebolt the cloak. That's there
Okay.
because it's 120 of range, so
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I miss.
So
You
fine.
cast your firebolt, and its angle isn't the greatest given this is happening quickly. It would shoot across underneath Nadira, who is in her bird form, and would arrive right here at the event horizon of its field of influence and would freeze.
Mm.
You know, I should have thought of that, but whatever.
Whoopsie
Yeah, but now
doodles.
you've confirmed it.
Dagny.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah.
What to do? Because you need
Push
to
it
move
falls
quickly.
into the living pit.
Fuck it. Who should I cast this on? Wait, is this range of touch? Hang on. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna squeeze past Aerithal. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
I'm gonna touch Destined,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Fly on him.
Your hand would greet his rusted metal
Cool.
plates, and you see he would push off the ground and would begin to levitate. All right.
Yep, that's my turn.
Boop.
And it's just my movement speed of flight.
You get a flying speed of 60 feet.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. And that brings us to this guy. All right, let's take a look at what it can do here. It's pretty great to no longer be frozen in time. Let's see here. Let's just make a quick roll. Oh, he's a little groggy. Okay. 5, 10, 20. You would see this Mind Flayer is in motion and would carefully slip past this field of influence, seemingly able to discern that it is a hazard, where you see its tentacles are erratically twitching before it rounds the corner and begins to notice there are others in this room. That is... Let's see, what else can it do? Ah. It rolled pretty low when it's in check, so it's taking a second to assess what all of you are. You imagine it won't take long for its aggression to rise. Tiza, you are frozen in time. Sucks to suck. That brings us to this one's turn.
It just happened. I didn't get a save or nothing initially last time.
Nope.
Nope. Also rolled like shit. 10, 15, 20. We'll move here. And also seems a little bit confused. Perhaps its surroundings rapidly change, and time has been distorted, confusing these creatures, giving all of you an opening. Percy is going to duck in here and calls out to his allies.
Of course, this wouldn't be as easy as I thought it would be. Alright, well, let's take care of the problem first.
As he takes a
You forgot to roll for Cobweb. I just realized.
Oops, that's right. Cobweb is also here. He rolled pretty much right before Cobweb, or right before Percy, so he will go next.
Okay.
All right, let's see what the little guy can do. I mean, you know, the big guy, of course.
Yeah.
I see. Ooh, these are some fun things. I like this. All right.
You have to do the voice.
Well, time for us to do the thing where we fight! Again!
He is gonna move 5 as a, let's see, 5, 10, 15, He is going to go for a jump to land onto here. He is wasting no time at all. Oh yeah, no problem. 5, 10, 15, 20. Boom, it would stick the landing here. Or does he? Let's see. He's falling 20 feet, so we will have to make a bit of a acrobatics check for this.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, that's fucking nat 20.
Yeah,
like a G.
buddy.
5, and he's gonna action dash. 5, and... Alright. Off he goes. And that brings us to this guy. And the cloak is intent on surveying this apparatus for which Desolate was previously inspecting and pressing buttons on. It's completely enveloped in its work. It seems like all these cloaks are busy. Erithal.
Fuck.
I agree.
Oh, I thought my mic was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Disgusting.
Just from looking at these, does it look like we could get them operational and down to us from the hooks?
Are you talking about the big dudes that are up in the north?
Yeah.
So in theory, yes. Percy did mention accessing terminals to work with things. Whether or not these guys are part of it is yet to be seen, but I mean, he works here, so theoretically
I'm gonna yell out to him, "Hey Percy, can we access these guys from one of the terminals?" I assume like this is a terminal right there where I pinged.
That is... You're not sure what that is. Roll
Good point.
Arcana.
It looks kind of like a furnace of some kind.
Just to
it's fine.
quickly...
10.
That appears to be some form of generator of some kind. There's a bunch of pipes and things that are hooked up to it. There's no accessible thing that you can see. Granted, everything in here is very strange, and this machinery, this is the first time you've ever seen any of this. Didn't even know this kind of technology existed. But
All
Percy
right.
would answer your question. Those things! I've never worked with them personally, but I could try from where I was intending to go.
Well, let's try to get you over there then. He
Right
was
you are.
intending. I'm sorry. What?
He said he just nods in agreement.
Where was he trying to go before? It was over here, right? Or was it?
Yeah.
He
Oh.
wanted to go this way, north.
Since I'm basically going with him, I'll go 15 feet that way. What the fuck is that noise?
Don't worry about it.
You enter this room and you would see that there is a series of weird grinding noises coming from this generator, whatever this is, and underneath this layered metal. It's becoming increasingly clear. The more you survey this place, the more out of your element you feel. However, you are definitely at Percy's side in case any dangers are around these tight corners.
I'll go right here too, just so I have him in sight and I know that our path is clear.
You take
And
a survey.
Ready in action to cast Toll the Dead on any hostile creature I see. Basically anyone that's not us.
Very well. And you prepare for anything that may come your way. Nadira.
Are we
I agree.
attacking things? Is that the official plan? I don't know. I'm sitting right next to it. I feel like I have to attack it.
He's trying
You
to
can
kill
rec-
us.
You can recognize these creatures are akin to the one that you killed that was in the time stop field, and it's clear that based on the way Percy was talking about these things, they're not anything but trouble.
Okay.
Eat him, eat him, eat him.
Eat him. Eat him. No, that's gross. I guess I'll attack this one.
They taste like sushi.
Sushi. I hate sushi.
Sushi and mucus.
Okay. So question, DM, because I've never had a form that does this. So I have multi-attack, one with beak and one with talons. Is it just one or the other, and one's only if you hit, or is it actually both?
Nope, you're making 2 attacks. You make a beak attack once and a talon attack once.
Okay, so here's this one. That could be worse.
Okay.
And this one.
I presume you're
could be.
flying.
Yeah.
I see.
But yeah,
You're
like a
flying
hover,
down.
like a hover fly. Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know how high up I am, so sure.
We'll just say you were flying low, so it's like 5 feet or 10 rather to descend.
Cool.
And both of those attacks do in fact hit. And
Great.
it takes the see. Okay. Ah, I see. I like where you're going with this.
I don't like the way
Okay.
you said that.
Okay. So,
Okay.
here's what happens.
I died.
You would get your beak attack on this thing that is still... It's still a little confused, surveying what is going on, what you are. And you would get that first strike at the beak, and you see recognition in its eyes. And you go for that talon attack, and
Oh, no.
it does a little bit of this.
Do a little bit of trolling.
Yeah, a little bit of trolling. And your
Fuck.
second one would fail.
Dickhead.
Uh,
Fine, I accept it.
Anything else?
you accept it.
No, I'm just gonna stay obnoxiously in his path.
All right, destined.
Alrighty then. Well, hold on. Okay. Let's see. Where's my ruler? I guess since is that? I think that's below though, right?
Is it?
Yeah, that's oh no, that's above.
This. What, this? Conveyor belt?
Like right
Is it
here. Like right
20
here is above. But if
So this
Nadira is
platform
flying
here-
above,
This is a raised platform that goes onto a raised catwalk.
Yeah.
This here... Actually, yeah, you're right. This is a slight incline, these three
yeah.
thingamajigs.
So if I can, how high is like Nadira flying? Like 10 feet, you said, or
She's
something?
just
I'm
above
hovering.
the mine point. Yeah,
Yeah.
not very high.
Would I be able to like fit underneath her?
No.
You can attack their allies, yes. You can occupy the same slot to make an attack as long as you don't end their turn in said slot.
Get on my back!
I suppose
Oh,
you
you
can do
also
that too.
can fly, just kidding.
Well, I can only fly till
I mean,
Dagny
you can
goes.
just dash and double your fly speed.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true, but then I can't. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll. Oops, that's not moving. Yeah, I guess I'll dash to
I
end
keep
up
doing the same fucking thing.
here.
Both
Ow.
of you. All right.
And then can I?
Motherfuckers.
What do I have for bonus action stuff? What can I do?
Oh.
You know what? Because why the hell not? I will compel duel this one.
Okay. Ping it, as I imagine that's a save.
Yes.
Okay. It is going to
Oh, it's
make
probably pretty wise. I didn't even think about that.
that. Let's just see how wise it is. That's a 17 there, champ.
Alrighty.
Damn.
Then nothing happens.
You attempt to wheel this creature's mind, but find that it is a bit more robust than you were prepared for. These creatures are an enigma to you, but are clearly formidable. Dagny.
Okay, Scheiße.
Hey, you're in a tight spot.
I really am. It wasn't for this thing. Okay. I'm just gonna move right there. Trying to think here. Tried spelling something. Depending on what I see. There's got to be something.
Why I panicked. I was like, fuck!
Fireball!
That's
I guess-
true!
Fireball.
Disa put you in a pretty sticky scenario, I'll tell you that.
Like, yeah, there are a lot of allies in the area.
I can take friendly fire, don't worry.
Theoretically, I also could, yeah.
Do it.
Fucking hell. Okay. Metal stuff. Okay, there's a lot of metal stuff around here, yes?
Oh yes, the catwalks, a lot of the apparatus, pretty much everything that you're seeing here is made of some form of metal or alloy.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Oh.
I can take it.
Well, just give me a second here.
Hit me.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it, like, right here on these, like, boxes and stuff.
Okay. So that's a save for both the Flayers and Destined.
Wait, chip him.
Okay. How's their constitution?
Oh!
Whatever.
One fails, one succeeds.
So,
Right.
one's taken, the one that succeeded takes 5, and the other one taking 11.
Okay, so I take
Done
11
and
too.
done. This is a very cavernous, hard metal region. So you would cast Shatter, and it would ring out deafeningly as it reverberates against the walls. If there was anything confused before, there's certainly a wake-up call that there's a fight going on now.
What?
That brings us to this one. Oh, unless
yeah.
you were doing something else.
No, that's all I can do, yeah.
Okay. Does indeed bring us to this one. Okay, let's see what it can do. You don't say. Interesting. Tell me, okay. Alright. This one is not too happy about your transgressions there, Destined, and is going to return in kind.
All I did was fly over.
That's all it took.
What are you gonna do? Fly at me?
It's gonna come at you with its nasty tentacles and is gonna fucking roll that.
Cool.
Tentacle time.
Okay.
Literally, all of our ears are ringing.
You can see its head is shaking a little bit, and it throws off its attack, and it would almost topple itself trying to lunge at you. That's unfortunate. You are taking a time nap. The Arcanist, however.
Yeah, I do notice that it's usually B gets targeted with the you're not allowed to play spells.
It just walked over. I got hit with it too.
Anyways. Really? Is that right? Okay. Oh!
When you finally read what the monsters you chose can do.
Yeah. It's a fine thing, laddie. Alright, so Destined.
Sure.
You're getting hit with one of these.
Okay. What do I gotta do?
Oh, fuck.
Alright,
Okay, what the hell do I have to do?
It's a wall of text, so bear with me here.
Hold on, I have to check something real quick.
You have to make a straight check.
Yeah. I will say I have not dropped concentration on fly yet. I haven't said that yet.
Oh, I thought it lasted one turn.
No.
No.
It's
10 minutes,
concentration
I
for
think.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said for one turn, so I was like, okay, I'm done.
No.
Okay, cool. That works for me.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to move to 30 feet in a direction. Creature. Spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength check. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess you're making... It says a check, not a save, which is interesting. So I guess we'll just play it as it is. So make a strength check.
Nat 20!
Well, that is a lot higher than its spell save DC. So you would feel its magic would clench you tightly and is attempting to throw you into that purple abyss. However, you have this ethereal floating flying ability that is keeping you away from the effects of gravity. And you bolster yourself and hold on to that, and you do not move at all. Seems
just
as though
stare
you
at
have... Yeah, you stare at it menacingly. That brings us to Cobweb, who is going to climb up on top of this apparatus and we'll then jump up to here. Let's call that 10 feet. 15, 20, 25. Alright. That's going to bring us here. Let's see. And Cobweb's arms would raise as you see the weird tentacle-like veins would illuminate as he casts something, and he speaks to Destin.
Sorry, I guess we're just going ham on this one.
Boop. And... boop. Arms of Hadar.
Hey.
Hey.
Ooh.
It's a strength save, which you're good at. The flavor.
Oh, hold on. It's around him. Within 10 feet of Cobweb.
That's right.
Oh no, that's stinky.
It could have been cool,
Yeah.
but you
Let's
be
see.
tripping.
You're right. Okay. I feel like he's used that spell targeted beforehand.
No, he hasn't.
Whatever. Let's change it up in that case. We will cast this instead.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of it like how it is in Baldur's Gate. Oh wait, no, that's still 10 feet. What am I thinking of?
There you
Listen
go.
in whispers.
There we are.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's going to use it against this guy, who will make a wisdom save. Now, this is a low DC. They're pretty wise, so let's see.
Yeah, fucking course.
Ugh. You hate to see it. It'll save half as much. Okay. So we will roll damage, and it will receive half. Boop. Better than nothing. Percy, following Arethal's lead, scoot in. As he moves over this machine.
Alright, just keep my back washed. I'm gonna do what I can. This is a little more unstable than I'd like it to be, but I'll see what I can do about those things clamped to the ceiling.
Gotcha.
Alright, and he is gonna make one of these.
Yes.
He will also make one of these. That sucks.
Oh.
Because he's got this. So you would see that he is working feverishly on this machine, quickly tipping and tapping, but you can see that he is greatly distressed. Arethal, it seems as though he's able to do quick work, but specifics has failed him. You would hear a detaching of 2 clamps, as there would be 2 things
God.
that would loudly deposit themselves onto the walkway.
Oh.
Fuck.
Okay.
Why does
Nivik
sound familiar?
Cyclops.
He looks over his shoulder to you, Arethal.
Fuck that.
Well, I did something
that's
quickly,
why.
but I don't think I was able to hone their targeting systems, if they even have that.
Fuck.
And that's his go. That brings us to this
That's
cloak.
why Nivik sounds familiar. I actually have that card.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, my Wi-Fi's been off this whole time.
The very loud noise that was made over here has gotten the attention of the service cloak. It's going to move.
Oh no.
Oh. Fuck.
The 4 associated creatures in its field of influence are now frozen in time. Beast, however, is no longer.
Freedom!
Time to fiddle with more machinery.
Yes.
And I will say that through your process of making noise and having this strange occurrence with this cloak thing, you're able to discern that it responds to noises that are loud or may cause a hazard. You think they're trying to keep this place nice and clean, and people who are messing things up are gonna get it over there, and it's not gonna be good. Anyways, Aerothal, it is your go.
Exactly.
Oh, this is not good. I got 10 feet there, 15 feet there, so that's 25. I got another 10 feet in me because I'm wood elf. Go down the stairs and just yell out, "Hey, so those big fuck off robots might not entirely be friendly." 70 or 70. I want to check the distance of a spell. Cause God fucking damn it. Not close enough. I guess, Hey Dagny, you might want to get away from that one because it's about to become hostile.
Okay.
If this even works. I want to cast Toll the Dead on one of the robes. That one right there. Just to see if it has any kind of effect, because I know it stopped the firebolt.
You would see your spell zip over to its recipient, and there is a distortion that you can discern right here.
Alright.
The travel of your arcane incantation reaches the event horizon of the field of influence and freezes. It seems like time around these cloaks is wholesale paused. The cloaks themselves, however, appear to be relatively unaffected. Anything else from you?
Fuck. No, that's all.
Okay. That's Nadira's turn. You are...
Frozen.
You are frozen, taking a nap. Destin's taking a nap. Dagny.
Okay, yeah. Listening to Aerothal,
And you would witness the motions of this cloak, and you could discern that loud noises or mechanical disruptions, these things appear to react to potential disasters that occur within the facility here. So you may be able to use that to your advantage.
yeah, gonna go over here. Fuck. I'm gonna drop concentration on fly, and I'm gonna go ahead and... Sorry, I'm gonna cast Melf's Minute Meteors at 2nd level.
Everything go boom.
Yeah, so instead of 6 meteors, it'll be 8.
I see.
And then when you cast the spell and as a bonus action, you spend 1 or 2 of the meteors. So let's see. You know what? I kind of was right there and I saw what happened, I'm assuming?
Yes.
We're just gonna try. I'm gonna try and send 1 of the meteors over to this thing, see what it does.
Directly at the cloak?
Yes.
So you do know that that is within the area of influence here, so it's probably going to pause, just like Aerothal's attack. Do you wish to do this anyways?
No.
Okay.
Never mind, I can ask later.
Yeah, no, we're gonna hold on to that. That'll be my turn.
Okay. That brings us to these guys' turns. How about we do one of these? Deception. Ah. Wakey.
5 more minutes.
This thing
Are
is
these people?
motionless. You can see that there's some mechanical twinging on the giant pack that it has grafted to its back. And it appears to be running some form of something going on. It's just twitching as though a construct that is not receiving any orders. This one, however, will make the same roll.
Get to give it
That's pretty good.
Windows is booting up.
And it will begin stomping over here. It is not paying any mind to anything. Its head is pointed forwards, and it is very careful on this catwalk, as it's a bit larger than the ground that it's standing on. Mind Flayer is frozen. Disa, your turn.
Okay. Okay, going off what you said for sound. Let me just see here. I see the range. 30 feet? Okay. Okay. I wanted to cast Minor Illusion right around here. Back at the initial place where it was.
Okay, he's making like a sound.
Yeah, I'm making a loud ass. I imagine I heard a bunch of, like, these fucking machines are making a bunch of noise. So,
Yeah, and you notice that like when they make like a bunch of like banging or explosive noises or clangs, the service floats react.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much making a cacophony of mechanical grinding and other hellish failure noises over here with Minor Illusion, while simultaneously flying up and the fuck away from its field for when it moves. So over here, up into the air,
Very well.
about 10 feet up in the air. And, that is my go.
Okay, Arcanus is frozen in time. Cobweb is gonna take a step forward and look at the display that's happening here. We'll climb up onto here, then onto here. A part of Nadira's wing is hanging out of the field, so he's gonna grab on. Is going to give a mighty pull. Let's try to pull poor old bird Nadira out of it.
It rips off the wing.
Oh!
Pull as he might, the other half of you is frozen in place and is unsuccessful. Poor Cobweb. Alright. Percy is going to continue his work, calling over his shoulder for anyone concerned. Well, I'm going to see what I can do about those things. Just make sure they don't come over here, please. Aerithal.
Well, you might want to be quick about that.
Ah,
Oh shit, they moved.
Yeah.
the surface cloak doesn't like banging noises. That means thingy broken. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. Over here it goes to investigate the noise of whatever needs to be done. Moving the field of influence along with it. Unfreezing all four of you. Aerithal.
Oh boy, we gotta convince that thing not to come over here. Alright, we'll go 10 feet there. Okay, let me...
Tell it a long-winded story.
I'm just gonna say to Dagny, please go help him. I don't think he's completely up there.
Sure, I'll do what I can.
And I will... Ooh. B-Man, would you say a wall of fire is really loud?
Not as loud as Shatter. There's the roar of flames, but that's not like, it's not gonna make a boom.
Oh, I want to keep this thing from... Okay, is this thing... it's probably not, but is it classified as humanoid?
Oh, you're talking about this reputable
Yeah.
gentleman? This is it's technically a giant.
Fuck, I was gonna try hold person.
Well, giants. Oh, okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, no, because there's a different spell for that.
You
Yeah,
said
yeah, yeah.
Giants aren't people.
Well, I was gonna say, aren't giants considered humanoid? But then no, because you mentioned the other spell, and that's
There's
right.
a creature type called humanoid.
Yeah. That's yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go the rest of my movement to get here and prepare an action to try to stop it.
I'm gonna
So action, stop it! What are you trying to do?
Basically, hold an action to try to grapple it.
What?
Hold on, I have to.
Oh wait, no, I'm not fucking cobweb. Fuck. I don't know what to do.
You can certainly try.
I mean,
should
wall
you
of
wish
fire
to
wasn't a
proceed.
bad idea.
Don't worry, I'm locked into this action. I'm out of movement.
Okay.
We're
You
gonna do it.
awkwardly put your feet in a weird stance to try to do something with this huge hulking mass making its approach. Nadira.
this is Aerithal right now.
I need to look at this meme. Hold on.
Basically.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, not wrong. I mean, the Mind Flayer guys are still right next to me, so I guess I will back to attack them.
Yeah, they're still looking pretty good. They can take a beating.
Sure.
Yeah, that will definitely hit.
Why are my dice two different colors? How'd I do that?
No idea.
And your talons would go wide, unfortunately.
Fucking shit. Okay.
That's it?
That's it. I stay here.
Destined.
Yo, okay, let's go. Which one specifically tried to like throw me telekinetically?
This one, who
Okay.
does have a few accents on it, the weird little baubles that it has on, you imagine it is of the arcane persuasion.
Haha. I'm gonna hit him twice. Or attempt to hit him twice.
Uh-oh! Both those are gonna hit.
And I'm pretty sure I can divine smite both of them, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
ping
divine
the
smite.
ability, if you're not sure. Okay. So that's
Yeah, when I hit, yeah.
8 radiant total? Or you roll it twice, I see.
I'm putting a
Yeah.
smite on both of them, so plus
All right.
14 to it.
So it eats that, and it eats that, and it eats that, and it eats that. You did a number on this thing as you would slice off a couple of those tentacles, and you can see this viscous purplish red blood begins to pool out of its wounds. Certainly hurt after that one. Dagny.
Okay,
Take
yeah.
that away.
Gonna go ahead, start going in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I will say to Percy, what can I do?
He looks over, and you can see that he is accessing this weird emitter that's creating all matter of weird illusionary magic. He is pressing his fingers to strange symbols, and as his fingers disrupt the illusion, they come up with other symbols. You've never seen this before. It's beyond your understanding, but he looks over his shoulder. How versed are you at basic codex?
Would I have any idea of what he's talking about?
You have no idea what he means by that.
I'll just stare at him. What?
We come from different cultures, Dagny. Your best chance is to make sure nothing interrupts my work.
Fine. I will go ahead and, I still have concentration, so holding on to that at my bonus action. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself as my action.
Very well. You cast your mage armor.
If
Alright.
you feel the need to, you can use concentration on something else.
I'm holding on to Melis Meteors.
Oh
that's
yeah, that's
fine.
Oh, yeah,
right.
you
Okay,
dropped
yeah, I'm
fly.
not flying anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
No, I thought it was still flying.
No.
That brings us to this one. And let's see its movement. Okay. It begins its patrol.
Oh God.
Guys, I'm about to become a pancake.
Well, God,
As you You would look and you
In
can see
danger.
that the metal of this catwalk is buckling slightly as these things take their step. There's a lot of power behind their movement that you can see,
Wait.
as it looks like this one is coming downwards to some unknown goal. They're very rigid in their movements. It's almost inhuman. Clearly, they are something else. And that, of course, brings us to the second one's turn, who is taking a step here.
Hello.
So what's it gonna be, Erithal? Are you gonna try to grapple? Stop it.
I'm done. I wanted
This is gonna end up probably just fucking Erithal under his breath laying out a fucking prayer to Zula that this fucking works. I'm gonna try to stop him.
Okay, you're going for a grapple. I believe that's what, athletics? Oh my god.
Use my inspiration for advantage.
You absolutely can!
Except right there, mister, you don't have a hall pass. Hey, something's not terrible.
Okay.
Oh. Compared to a giant mech machine, though.
It's gonna get a fucking nat 20 and crush me.
Are you joking?
Oh.
Did it fail?
Yeah, bitch, let's go.
Awesome.
The light of Zula shines upon you.
You can feel a warmth greet the fibers of your arms as you press your hands against this thing's chest, as its advance would suddenly come to a halt as it feels that there is an obstruction that it previously didn't detect. With a strange bird-like flick of its head, it looks down, and this head is surveying you with this unreadable port that is emitting this blue light. You can see that a few of its muscles are tensing up. You don't know what that may mean, but clearly you've briefly confused this creature. Pray it doesn't respond with anything more aggressive.
Pray you do not confuse it further.
Mind Flayer's turn. Okay. Yeah, it's time. It's gonna do one of these.
Oh shit.
So, Destined, the other Mind Flayer is in the line of fire. Nadira and Cobweb are all
Intelligence
making
save.
intelligence saving throws.
You stupid.
Okay.
That sucks.
Oh, thank you, Jesus, Lord God.
I am smart.
Do I use my intelligence or the bird's intelligence?
Yours.
You're intelligent. Yeah.
Thank you.
Poor
I don't know if
Cobweb,
it's
he's
gonna try
just
to use
outside
bird
the
to do
radius
that.
of your aura.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
I was so scared.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could add +2, Nadira, but you don't need it.
Oh, don't fucking need it. I was so scared.
Roll some dice real quick.
What did he even try to do?
Okay.
Mind Blast.
Oh, that's scary.
Cobweb is taking the full damage of this. She's 27 damage. And he gets a good old-fashioned stun. There we go. I believe, let's see here. Taking damage. I think if you pass, you're fine. Let me see.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
say
what I get
half,
from that paragraph.
so-
Damn!
Yeah, sabers suck.
The Mind Flayer takes it and is stunned.
Oh, that's
Wait.
great.
Oh,
Cobweb is
no,
stunned
here's
too.
what happens. It kills it!
Whee!
Alright, I think the only one that really ate shit was Cobweb. Everyone else succeeds.
Yeah.
Yes! Alright, that's its go. Deeza.
One of my things go after intelligence, and I don't want to metagame too hard, but they're fucking mind flayers are good at intelligence.
Get lucky.
I mean, the thing up top, the two things up top are probably really good at strength, and Erithal is somehow holding it back.
Any little white boy.
You're not taking my lunch money today.
Yeah, I don't want to do shatter, because obviously you don't call it. Let's fucking cast Dissonant Whispers at first level. at the mean flare.
Okay. Makes a wisdom saving throw. And succeeds. Takes half.
Does it?
Think so. We just used it
Oh, it
with
takes half.
Cobweb.
Yeah. So, target takes half his
Yeah.
wisdom damage and doesn't move away. So, yeah, half of 14, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This Arcana is dead. That's your go. Anything else?
Yes. Actually, no. I'm just gonna fly higher. So, like 40 feet in the air.
Okay. Cobweb is gonna make an int save, which is unfortunate with his int modifier of -1.
Come
Yeah,
on.
he ain't. He's doing a really small think right now, regrettably.
Buddy. Oh.
I just
Cobweb,
imagine
no.
he's making the brain hemorrhage fucking noise standing there.
Oh, I have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Percy is going about his work. He's effectively a non-combatant at this point in time, and what he's doing is going to take some time. So he is continuing to work away at the strange illusionary manifestations. He's working feverishly. You can tell that he's definitely straining himself in doing so. And these cloaks, let me see. We're gonna make a roll real quick. Nice. Okay. Dagny, you notice that there is something approaching from the south. It appears
Oh, no.
as though this cloak is returning to its original station.
Shit.
Erithal, you have halted this gargantuan creature.
I feel like I'm in danger.
You think?
It's gonna end up like Loki and the Hulk.
This is the toll bridge. Ask for the toll.
I'm just under the assumption that these things are completely not under anyone's control, and I currently have this one's attention. The one right in front of me.
Sure.
Punch it and run away.
Can I try to convey an order in gestures for it to go down towards the other group?
Oh my god.
Why not? Why don't you describe how you're doing this?
I'm just gonna point at him, slowly gesture, like basically down the pathway, down to the rest of the group.
You're gonna fuck up my plan, Erithal.
Okay, so you're just kind of like giving a pointing motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna at least like pump out your chest and try and look important?
He's just gonna realize that he's like still has his hand on his chest. Oh, sorry.
Are you kidding
Take that
me?
back and just take a step back.
It seemingly understood you.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Pretty much said, get that motherfucker.
I'm just
It seems there's a sliver of intelligence to them that is vaguely human, and you're not sure if maybe he got lucky, or it's how it was designed, or some divine intervention. But you can see that its attention is looking now over its shoulder towards the south. Nadira!
Erithal, you motherfucker! These metal catwalks, how thick are they in terms of structure?
A good 6 inches.
Oh. Huh.
You feel like they are made to withstand large, maybe not entirely humanoid creatures walking on them.
No, it's more, could I melt them?
Oh, you can heat them up, but I
They
mean,
wouldn't
if
collapse.
yeah, it would weaken it for sure, though.
Fucking shit, that's not what I want. I don't know. I guess I'll just attack the other Mind Flayer that's standing right here.
Show me your moves.
Loading. Over destined. to hold, like, I'm not gonna, oh, no, I need to select the thing. Not gonna move completely, but, like, hover over the edge. Flying,
Okay.
I guess. Because I can do that.
Yeah. That sucks.
Nope, that sucks. That's okay. Why are my dice different colors?
Hey! Got him!
Who cares about a 1? The opposites. How'd that happen?
Your claw would plunge down, would grab onto a few of its tentacles, and you would rip off one of them as blood would spurt all over Destined.
Eat it.
And I try to throw him over the edge. Yeet him into the abyss.
And that's force movement, like technically like a push. That's an action.
Got it.
Alright. Destined.
Fair point.
Get away, Discord.
Well,
hit him.
Not much I can do about either of those. Alright. Ouchie, ouchie.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Dagny, looks like
Actually, so when I flew over, because if I remember correctly, Percy tried to give me like a directive number-based order, which means that he probably recognizes like at least the body I'm in. With that being said, do like the other bots that were over here that I hover over, that I flew over, do they like look similar to me?
they're extremely primitive and they're larger. They're not one for one, but there's definitely a connection between you and them to at least some degree. Their make is entirely different, and it looks like these were made to be mass-produced. You can definitely see, yeah, this is probably where he got the idea to try to input some sort of weird direction into your head.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that was it.
Okay.
I meant to ask that a while ago.
That's fine. Dagny.
Okay, you said this thing is coming towards us?
Yeah, it's approaching from the south.
Mind sliver.
Dispel magic? Question mark?
At this point, yeah, I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna save that other one. I'm gonna cast it at the normal level, 3rd level.
Okay.
On the cloak.
You would cast a spell magic, and it would feel and invigorate itself around the field that's being cast on the cloak. And you would see the following.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
What happened?
It dispelled it.
Oh.
Is the cloak still moving, or did it stop?
It is still in motion. However, it's seemingly slowed for a second, is fluttering, and this weird white sparking light that's coming from underneath the hood now.
Or we turned it into a bomb.
Maybe it's only It might be temporary. Okay. I'm gonna.
I have an idea of what it could be, but I'm not over there.
Okay. I'm just gonna move right here. I don't want to get too close to it because it might come back on at any moment. But this sparking in the hood, does it seem like it's a malfunction of some sort, or that it's just in like temporary suspension for the moment?
Just at a glance, it looks like something that wasn't intended to happen is happening. Like something is trying to process some weird issue that's going on. This is just at a glance. A flickering light can mean a lot of things, but you imagine that this is a direct result of your actions.
Yeah, I'll just kind of yell back towards Percy. You got a limited amount of time. Make it quick, please.
I'm doing what I can.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Alright. This one is going to stomp. It's going to stop here, and it puts one of its weird gauntlet arms up to this wall here with a similarly shaped port. You're not really sure what it's doing, Aerithal, but it seemingly is interacting with the machinery. You're not sure what that might mean for you.
Oh, bad things.
As for this one,
Badness.
5, 10,
It's badness.
off it goes!
Kenobi.
Alright. Let's roll a dice real quick to see if it can. Nope. Hate to see it. Okay. It will look towards you, Destined, and is going to do one of these. Ah, there it is. Ah, wonder why I can't make that public. There you are. So what kind of save is this? Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
Be wise.
Probably not going to happen.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, wait, is it? It's technically attacking. Would it have advantage if you or creatures that are friendly to you are fighting it? It has advantage on the saving throw.
It does. Yeah, you do have advantage. It's true. You're in active fight.
let's go.
And I guess I get the +2 if that makes any difference.
You already passed. Yeah, so if its attack wouldn't go through.
Okay.
Disa.
I didn't know what the DC was, so.
Okay.
Is this the player bloodied, would you say, at this point?
It's hurt.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'll swoop down to get right here, behind it, and I will try and call the fuck out of it with my talons.
Yes, that hits. Okay. Anything else?
I will then use a bonus action to do my thing. Let's see. I don't fucking find it. There it is. On everyone in range here. So everyone here gets 8 temporary hit points.
Word.
Except the enemy, obviously.
Okay.
That only extends to pretty much, yeah, Muda, Destined, and the bird. 8 temp hit points.
What about Cobweb?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cobweb. That's what he meant.
He's within range.
Alright, cool.
So 8 temp hit points, and they can use their reaction to move. I'm going to fly 30 feet, or 20 feet up, out of the range, without proccing an opportunity attack and moving a bit over here. And that's my go.
Okay. Yes! You see Cobweb is hunched over, his mouth agape. You see he's actively drooling in the spot for which he is stood. He's going, What? Oh, shit! And he is snapped out of it, though he lost his turn. Percy is still going at it, and the cloak is gonna... It's gonna go right here. Or it will plant it as it would begin to attend itself to this corner. There's strange apparatus, pipes, and machinery. It's slow in its approach, and that flickering would continue. It seems like it's trying to perform something, but is now having difficulty. You can see that it's almost like it's having difficulty floating at this point. Aerithal.
Well, seeing as I've successfully diverted the issue, 20 feet, 30 feet. Oh, hi, Dagny.
I dispelled what's ever on that cloak, but it's doing something right now.
Alright, I'll just yell out to Dr. Perseus. The bots are interacting with the machinery over there.
Oh, well, I'll see if I can interact with them, but I only do one thing at a time. Please, I'm under a lot of stress.
I do like how it's like every 6 seconds somebody comes in here to yell at him.
Yeah. There's sweat beating down his temples.
I suppose... Fuck. Brain is going burr. I'll take the dash action just to kind of get into place. Is there like any loose things that I could grab real quick, seeing this guy and knowing what the others did and what attracts them?
You look
Like
down
any-
and see that there's a few loose mechanical tools, the function for which you don't recognize, that are on a small little indentation shelf in the wall.
Alright, I'll grab those, and since I don't have an action, end my turn.
Okay.
Basically
Nadira.
preparing to throw them.
Your opponent is weak, Nadira.
Can I try to throw him over the edge?
Sure. We'll consider this a push.
What do I do?
I believe that's, athletics, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, for a shove, it's Bird's athletics versus the other person's athletics or acrobatics, I think.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Show me your roll.
Oh, I want to vomit. Oh, that's not good.
Today ain't your day.
You can
Of course
do
it's
twice,
not.
'cause you have multi-attack.
What do I?
You can try again because you have multi-attack.
Oh, I can try again. I guess I'll try again. Why not?
Okay.
Fuck it.
Ah,
Oh, way fucking worse.
Ouch. Who knows? Maybe you'll roll a 1 or something.
Shut up.
Well, speak of the devil.
Sorry, I did not mean to scream.
You would grab onto this thing's arm, and with a mighty push of your wings would dust off as you throw this mind flayer careening into the purple abyss. As you see it give off this weird screech as it descends. You hear, after a few seconds, some harsh metallic clangs as it would slam against beams and pipes as it falls to its untimely death.
Bitch.
End in combat.
I didn't expect that to work. I guess I will fly over this direction. Do I see these things walking at us, the two big mech things?
So, they are on a lower catwalk. This
Yeah.
one is a good, 20 feet above.
Yeah.
However, they are active. They look very disconcerting, and they are interacting with some sort of terminal over here. You don't know what to make of it, but it's foreboding.
Okay. I'm just gonna, hover in this general area
General area. Gotcha.
and watch
Okay.
them. I was gonna say like a hawk, but that seems inappropriate.
How? It's perfectly fitting.
Are there any rafters or any supporting beams up by the ceiling I can perch on?
A good bunch, yes.
Yeah, I'll go over to where I saw the others go, and perch up high in the ceiling, and try and hide from these things because they're scary.
Alright, we'll say that you are high up. They don't appear to be paying any mind to anyone, just what's directly in front of them. And that gives everybody a moment to breathe. Which is
I
an
cast
opportunity.
Wrench.
Oh, are you throwing the wrench to distract the cloak?
Yeah. Just because I don't want it to randomly come on, based off what Dagny said.
Alright. Yeah, you would cast it, and I assume it's you're doing it what, down here, or...
Yeah, all you guys hear is just...
Damn it! I was gonna make that fucking joke! All right.
Noise.
You look over and see that it's not reacting. In fact, it seems to have trouble with whatever it was trying to do. And it's almost as though it can barely lift off the ground. Something's happening here that is a bit unusual. You know what a dispelled magic item should do, and this cloak just seems to defy it. Whatever's going to happen next has certainly gotten your interest. Whether it's dangerous or not, however, is not entirely clear.
Okay, just looking at it from where I am, do I see like any visible like lines of enchantment at all? Like anything that stands out from it just being an ordinary cloak?
You're looking for magical augmentation. Okay, yeah, roll Arcana.
It's a 21? 21.
This appears to be, in essence, a construct. Constructs by nature have a very simple intelligence that is grained into them. But there's just simply nowhere along the cloak where something like that would manifest. You think maybe it's something ethereal, but there's no signs of that either. There is a strange metallic something that appears to be embedded in its chest that is the source of that white flickering. It's hard to see, it's well tucked away, well hidden, but it definitely seems to be the core of this thing's intelligence, its functions, its simple-mindedness. You're not sure if that's present on the previous cloaks you've seen, or maybe it's just this one, but there's more to it than meets the eye.
Seems like whatever is powering this thing is on its chest there. I think when I dispelled it, it kind of caused it to malfunction in some way.
Gonna turn off Fido forever?
See if you could just smash it or break it or something.
I'm gonna go ahead and start using my Mouse Meteors to kind of destroy the thing on its chest.
Destroy, you say?
Yeah.
Just pummel
Okay.
it.
You would pelt at this service cloak, intending to destroy it in its entirety. And these things would cut through the fabric like nothing. There was some residual purpose that was put into it, but with Dispel Magic having dampened it, you had no trouble basically shredding it. Little would remain as there is little shreds of burnt cloak falling to the ground, except there is something metallic that was left over, seemingly almost unaffected by your assault. It would float midair and has a weird glow to it, something otherworldly, something beyond just magic, as it would just simply float there.
The moon lantern.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
and grab the handle.
My thought
grab the
process
handle.
was kind of there.
And you're able to pull it towards you. And you see Percy. He intensifies his work for a second, and he would eventually call out to the both of you back there. This gives me an overview of most of the machinery that's taking place around here. And there's a couple strange... these weren't here before, and they're not really responding to basic construct commands. It's a weird update that came on this. I think it's the cloaks.
Do you think this would manifest? Would this mess with the signal as I show him the lantern?
You present the lantern, and he looks over. That's not something I've ever... No, I have. My head is killing me.
Take it easy.
Let me see what I can do with that. Give me a few moments, but these things are so anomalous. They're completely off of regulation. They're not like everything else that's in here. It's like they're on their own system, but it's not arcane. It's like it's they have a genuine will of their own.
Could it be
Give
messing
me
with Fey magic?
No, we wouldn't have put something that volatile in our facilities. I don't think Genesis ever would have invested in something that unreliable. Give me some time here to dig into that. I
I'm just
may
gonna-
have something for us yet.
Okay.
I want to tap Dagny on the shoulder. What about the other things that came here? You know, startographers and all that. think it's from them.
Um. I'm gonna look over this lantern, see if there's like any sign of Startographer influence.
So, like, what do you mean by that? Like, what are you specifically looking for? Because the Startographers you've met are all very different from one another, and a lot of their work is arcane at its core.
You said this was not arcane.
Well, that's what Percy says. As far as you're concerned, you have a strange, floating, glowing lantern in front of you.
I'm just gonna look at Arathel and say, is there any chance there could be some divine magic on this lantern?
I mean, maybe. Here, let me check it out. And I will look at it and is there any divine magic from it?
Roll religion.
Attributes. Religion. 19.
There's something very precious about the energy that's contained within the vial of this lantern. This is not arcane magic. This is a sliver of lifeblood aura that has been encapsulated within this device. This is the source of its intelligence.
Okay, lifeblood.
Okay, Dagny, did Dagny ever tell me about the lifeblood, that she... Yes, she did, because she said something about the bag of holding, and that's where the life, blood.
Yeah.
You would have a solid overview on what lifeblood aura is and what it means. And if you need a refresher, here you go.
Dagny, this is lifeblood energy.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
Lifeblood from who, though?
Sip.
Feels precious.
Precious.
Can I fly down and join them?
You may.
Yeah, I'll crack my neck around the corner.
Like, she's... Because as far as she can remember, this is the second time she's seeing lifeblood energy contained in something.
Yes, it's very hard to come across, very complicated, and has a divine undertone to it. Soul energy, if you will.
Like, she's at a loss for words. She's trying to form sentences, but they're not even starting or even finishing.
So, unless my understanding of lifeblood energy could be considered, well, it's probably wrong. But if it's like soul energy, does it have to come from somebody else specifically?
Generally, yes. Now, where you're from,
Okay, so
in your own history, the term lifeblood energy is kind of alien. You know of souls. Those are pretty straightforward, and they're very valuable in their essence. But you understand that the essence of a creature's soul is very potent. It's like one of the most... I'm trying to think of the words. That is essentially something that is of the highest value, is not easily replicated or obtained.
So this might be, well, I mean, it doesn't really cost me anything, so I might as well just try it. If it's similar to souls and how that all works and everything, I want to see if, because this is up to your entire, it's up to you. I want to see if divine sense works on it.
Let's have a little look-see-poo here.
Oh boy,
doubt
was this
it.
Was this lifeblood from
But-
an evil or good creature?
Exactly, like if it was part of one of their souls or something like that, because who knows?
In terms of celestial fiend or undead, nothing necessarily would jump out at you. However, there is a very precise ping of something radiant, as though a raw soul that is just existing as is without form. You're taking a closer look at this, and with your divine sense, the reading you get off of the light within and the metal encapsulating it are the same. So much so that you're convinced that this metallic lantern structure was created at will by the light within the inside of it, as though it intended to have a protective shell. It's not
So like the
normal metal.
entire thing is a soul in my understanding words.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll tell them that it's all in the same. It's not a separate entity like it wanted this form.
Yep.
So shiny.
I don't understand. But why here? Could it maybe have sensed all the time magic and the disruptions going on here?
I'm gonna
I
see
mean,
if
it
I can
seems
hone
like
everything I'm doing on that. That may be our best lead yet. This was a bit above my pay grade, so I'm not sure I have the right access, but there are ways, especially for a system that's been neglected for over a century.
Yes.
Hey, B-Man.
my guess.
Yes.
Can I try something?
What you trying?
This?
Eat it.
Oh boy.
Oh.
You
Interesting.
cast Detect Thoughts on this thing, and from what you've seen so far, the thoughts and the basic stream of consciousness that is present within this construct is very similar to that of living creatures, although extremely simplified. It's as though you're not contacting a mind, but more so a piece of one that has been assigned a specific purpose and repetition. It's like not all of a person or creature is there, just a piece.
Am I able to find just out anything more?
The only real thoughts are essentially a directive that is dead set on maintaining this place for as long as possible, on upholding simple tasks within the cloak's ability, things that are going to keep the now rampant power permeating through the air under control as best as can manage.
Alright. As for the three here, it would just be Disa staring very deeply into the light of this thing, unblinkingly for a few moments.
Nadira, there is a tugging on your tail feathers as you're flying over. As you see Cobweb looking at you, he's holding his head, and he has some snot mixed with blood dribbling from his nose. Hey, I got a really bad headache. You mind giving me a lift?
I want uppies.
Just all I imagine is a kid asking for uppies. Yeah, I just like lean a wing out so he can climb on up.
Thanks. Sorry in advance. I know I'm really big and really heavy, so I know this is kind of a burden and all, but like I gotta conserve my strength for when I gotta dish it out to the fuckers that we gotta fight.
I roll in bird. Birdanese.
I assume you're flying over, or are you going?
Yeah.
somewhere else?
Yeah.
All right.
If I
Fly over you.
fit over there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a squeeze in this little corridor, but Cobweb has no trouble meeting up with
Okay, cool.
everyone else. where we will take a 15-minute break.
Beep.
Oh, I can German ass.
Well, hey there, little boy.
It's not near schools.
Keo,
So I don't have to
is
worry
it
about
me
buses.
or every time you in-game pray to Zula, you start rolling like a fucking god? I don't you've done that like at least 3 or 4 times now. Like it pays every single time. Like you pulled a couple Hail Marys out of your ass doing that.
I can't believe this fucking worked.
Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. And then we'll continue after that.
Error thought in his mind, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Devin, I wanted to say it so badly.
Oh, I didn't even think of it. But you could have said it. No, that would
I wanted to.
blast them on the internet.
I could blast him on the internet. No, take the high road. Be the better person. For now.
Nah.
All I could think about is a couple of days ago when we were playing Lethal Company with the Skinwalker mod. So
Sounds horrifying.
we were. It was one of the weird, eight-eyed bird things that flap around that only attack if they outnumber you. Whenever those things are, and one of them was running around B-Man, taking my voice, going, "I have a gun," because I had the taser.
Nutcracker, that's crazy.
Cracker?
Yeah. Something similar happened when I was playing with B-Man and Norte. We would go into a building, and there's one of those giant meat monsters with giant arms charging down a hallway, and it's explaining to us in
yeah.
B-Man's voice how storms work.
So, me and my buddy have a specific mod for it that turns. It
Thomas
doesn't
the
make the
Tank
thump
Engine.
noises, but yeah, it turns it into the Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's because you two are fucking morons.
Oh, we also changed the eyeless dogs to it too, but it replaces their character model with Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's awful.
So it's just that chasing after us outside.
Do you see the mod pack I released for you guys?
No, I didn't look at it yet since it's in text form, so I have
It's
to.
called Lethal. Oh, that's right. I'll put it in Cake Chat. It's the same thing that Camp is using. It's called Lethal Spinach, and it just basically has all of our mods in one.
Yeah.
I had to make a custom formatted JSON file to get it to work, but it's pretty simple, so I can just keep that up to date.
Yeah. I mean, would it automatically, since it uses Thunderstorm, would it automatically like update, or would we have to click like the manually update things?
So I update it by re-uploading the file under the same base package name. Like whenever I want to make a change or an addition, like add more mods, you'll launch Thunderstorm and you'll be like, "Hey, Lethal Spinach updated. Do you want to update it?" And it'll say yes. It'll update and download all the new dependencies, which is basically all the new mods. But let's not get too sidetracked. Do we have everybody accounted for?
Yeah. I think
Yes.
so.
I'm here.
Amazon?
I think everybody's here.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
she completely zoned out.
Huh?
Sorry.
Same. All right.
Yeah.
Huh?
We'll leave it off from there, continuing from where we just were. As you can see, Percy is continuing his work. The specifics on which are lost on those observing, but he's definitely making good headway now that he has some time without the pressure of combatants to worry about, as everyone would guard the immediate corridor. And he eventually, after taking some time to look into things, would call out, "Alright, well, I can't seem to control those cloaks if that's the avenue that we wish to explore. It might be possible to do so from a different terminal. There should be a far access one at the northeast corridor. We're gonna have to take a few zigs and zags to get there. Hopefully the things I unclamped aren't gonna be a problem, and what day of the week is it? Hey, do you know if... Do
Do you know if this is third or second shift?
Percy? Are you alright?
That basically just means what time is it?
I think when we left, it probably was closer to second shift, I guess.
I might have missed my lunch break opportunity. I had packed away some nice fresh cuts from the farm down the road. I think it's still well if we keep it iced for a couple more days. I have good faith that the new sauce that we've been using is going to make a fine difference on whether or not it's going to be bland or have that little extra zip to it. That's what Jackie
He's
always
delirious.
says at any rate. He always was all one to get me to try them. I never really believed in the sauces, but I gotta tell you, that you get the right thing with the right cut, yeah, really keeps your spirits up when you're droning on down here.
I'll lean in close to Dagny and say in a conspiratorial whisper, "He is lost in the sauce."
I
So
hate you so much right now.
while he was like working and then blathering on, what were the two big constructs doing in the meantime?
So they have moved to this terminal, and they seemingly did some minor interaction with it, and they are just ramrod stiff, not moving after having interacted. Your best interpretation is they have yet to be issued something to do.
Okay.
Uncharacteristically, though, for a construct, once in a while you would see the one on the left glances over his shoulder directly at all of you.
I am watching
Yeah, I
Like
guess
a hawk.
I'm just watching too.
like
Yeah.
a hawk.
I mean, is it like a glance over and then looks back, or is he keeping that like side eye essentially?
He'll occasionally look over towards all of you very intently, and then the gaze just slowly pans back over to staring at the wall here. It's periodic and seemingly without pattern.
Would I be able to tell if it's like if he's like expecting us to give him an order of some kind?
You're not sure? You think that there may be, I mean, given that you can see there is actual skin and muscle to these things, in addition to mechanical parts, that these things may be a little bit more lifelike than your typical constructs, but really what to interpret from that simple head motion is difficult to be certain of.
Okay. I mean, if it's just gonna stand there, it's gonna stand there.
That it is.
I got nothing else, so.
I'm gonna fly over here and perch on this barrel.
That you would. You see this one would shimmy and would turn to face you as you land, but does not act further.
Hi.
No response.
Well, should we get a move on, Percy?
It looks like he's wrapping up what he's doing. Right. I think I might have some better luck towards the Axis terminals. Again, it's in a northeastern direction. I think we may be able to get to it from here for sure. While I don't have any system access from here, the cloaks, I think, have a asset tag associated with them. We can get close enough to each of them, I may be able to do something. I think... Well, I won't know until I get there. Let's see if we can get the asset tags from these creatures and see what more we can find once I punch in their direct codes from the terminal.
Right.
As for that lantern you've acquired, I would keep that close to chest. I think it may have applications we have yet to understand.
Yeah, Dagny's just gonna hold on to the lantern.
That you would. you almost see that as you bring it close, almost like if you're trying to pocket it, it almost seemingly would push itself away and would simply float right by your head on its own. You feel a understanding, unconsciously so, as if it perceives you and your good intentions. You would have your hands off for just a moment, and it remains still by your shoulder.
She's looking at it just sort of with childlike wonder and awe.
Congrats on your new familiar.
This is gonna take some getting used to. Let's keep moving, and she'll start moving along.
Hey, if we're just about ready to get going, I think we should probably keep a good pace because I don't know if you guys see that, but like the real purple churning is like it's just kind of doing its own thing, and like I'd rather not be here longer than we need to. My head's just kind of fuzzy still.
I can concur with that, Cobweb.
I'm gonna hold my wing back out for Cobweb to get back on.
Oh, right, my noble steed. Get pardon the massive weight. Sorry.
He climbs.
Off we go. Whee!
All right.
Like, she's thinking northeasterly and remembers that that's where she saw the visage of Rylock. Context clues, of course. And she keeps pressing on.
Are you talking to yourself, Dagny?
I just say that in like a low whisper.
So yeah.
All right.
I guess I will sit here, just to. They have to go through somebody if they suddenly decide that they want to move towards us.
Finally, it's not the squishy elf.
Does this door have a knob?
Hey, you stopped him. Good job
No.
on
I don't know
My
how
literal
I did
Hail
that.
Mary.
that. Yeah.
Listen, I just had real life divine intervention.
Can I figure out a way to open up this door?
How so?
Well, what does it look like?
The handle.
It's this sleek metal surface that's completely featureless, almost as if a smooth metallic rectangle.
Okay, I'll go ahead and conjure forth a mage hand and poke it.
There would be a slide of metal as it opens.
I'll peek in left and right, make sure it's good for our guy, and and go ahead and get out of the doorway. Empty.
Right, let me... well, no, there was another terminal... I guess I could take a look here. I mean, this is more so for the technicians. But I suppose it's worth a try at any rate. Let me see. Hold on. And he furrows his brow. He seems a lot more, hard for making progress this time around. And a matter of a few moments would pass, and he shakes his head, frustrated, and looks back towards everyone else. I don't think that this terminal has enough... Whatever's permeating in the air, the spatial temporal runoff, it's messing with these more low-power machines, so much so that they're not even responding to basic runtimes. I think we're gonna need to go further in.
How high is the gap between this and like here, basically?
I believe I said 20 feet.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a drop, but if you dangle yourself, you can minimize it being dangerous. Alright.
So, Nadira, I think it'd probably be fly over anybody who is squishy, since it is a 20-foot drop.
Okay. I fly above all the squishy humans.
Why am I hearing
All
jet
right.
engines?
Because
Because I'm
we're
going
in an
fast
F1
as
hangar.
fuck, boy.
I guess I'll dangle myself down and just drop.
Percy and Cobweb would climb aboard Nadira, and I'll say for brevity's sake that you're able to whoosh them down to get them onto the safe catwalk without any issues.
Okay, and then I go back and I get Dagny and Erythal.
Very well.
B-Man, real quick, before we do that, can I see this guy down here?
Oh yeah, he's moving around now.
I'm going to ask, hey Dagny, can I see your spyglass for a moment?
Sure, I'll pull out the spyglass and hand it to Erythal.
I'm going to look through it and see if I can't identify any asset codes on it that are visible.
All right. You would look with that spyglass, and you would see that there, in fact, is along the crest of the service cloak a discernible designation. 919 is what you see.
Dagny, it looks like that one's ID is 919. I think Percy said he'd need that.
I'll commit that to memory.
All right. As for Disa, what you doing? You're leading the party.
Oh boy.
I'll go ahead and do the mage hand thing again to see if it opens the door too.
It opens.
Okie dokie, pokey pokey.
Ooh, what's this?
You would enter a pleasant, almost intermediary room that has this warm light inside. There's a strange bit of tunes that's coming from an indiscernible direction. You've never heard something quite like this before, and it's very catchy.
I'll go ahead and bob my head to the beat and continue forward.
All right.
Same thing.
Percy shakes his head. Of all the things to be still active after all this time, why would a priority be... never mind.
You know what that is?
Oops, there you go. Yeah, you're free to move. And yes, the door here seems to be unabated.
Fuck, I vibe with this.
Oh, what
As for Giza,
no.
the fuck?
you would round the corner to
Nuggets
see
is
a
that?
corridor that leads to a far north workshop. There's a catwalk leading there where a service cloak is stood idle at sentry. You would notice that there is a large gash in the ceiling, a crater that is created by some sort of massive force. Hovering just below within the time stop field of influence would be one of these.
Fuck
I want to grab Disa by whatever I can grab her by and yank her back through the door.
Fuck you see, Destined.
Death Tyrant.
Shit.
It's inside?
Big skull.
It looks like it was potentially thrown or crashed through.
Is it active or is it...
It is inside of a... That looks like a different cloak. No,
It's very similar.
Yeah, it's in another cloak's time field.
Here, Destin, let me peek past you for a moment, and I will get this one's ID while just slightly poking out with the spyglass.
This one appears to be 559.
559. And I will poke my head in because Destin seems for us to not want getting spotted.
Hey guys,
Because
are we gonna move forward or what?
We can't.
You remember the... I want to go up to him. You remember the big skull things I mentioned before?
Oh yeah, the crazy murder death skulls, of course. How could I forget?
Yeah. Yep. It's a funny thing. There's one in the other room,
Oh,
which is not
damn
good
it!
at all.
Well, I mean, like, we have to get over there, don't we? Percy boy, is that right? And Percy just would nod his head. It seems we have a situation.
Erythal, did you get an asset code off that thing?
Yes, and I will share the asset code of 559.
559.
Oh, Percy, we forgot the other one is 919.
919.
So, something you should know about what I want to try. It's effectively an override of its basic run times. What this might do, if anything, is it's a bombardment of commands in various directions. It's effectively going to overload its mind.
Could that damage the lifeblood? Souls?
I don't know, but what I do know is the field of influence that it's projecting may fail, giving us more direct access to the cloak. That's the idea. As far as manipulating its directives to, have a more direct command, I'm afraid that's a bit beyond my abilities, so it's out of the question.
So just don't mess with the one that's currently holding possibly one of the most dangerous things I've ever come across
Just a peeking
in
path.
stasis.
That catwalk is where we need to go.
No matter
Sorry to
what we...
say.
With how large that field is, no matter where we go, it's going to be essentially in our way.
Maybe we can find another way around.
Are these platforms all like super high walled, or are they like flat surfaces?
So this floor is
Yeah.
the flat walkway. There's no walls, no surfaces of any kind. It's just a flat surface suspended over a purple abyss. There's also some stairs that lead up to it appears to be some sort of smaller room.
We can fly around it.
So, when it comes to this aura, how far up does it go? Is it like an infinitely up thing, or is there a certain distance it goes?
The purple miasma is permeating through the air all around. It goes up to the ceiling, it is everywhere. You've been walking through it this whole time.
Oh no, I'm talking about the cloak's aura.
The cloak, yeah.
Oh, it's
If we
spherical.
can even see it.
It's spherical.
Okay, so hypothetically we could go over it.
So where I'm pinging right here is
Yeah.
an overhang.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately. Yeah, like this
Could
is
we-
like a little. You can see how it's darker over here. There's like a little cubby hole in what is otherwise a wall.
Did you go to the side of it?
You can look here, but you can see there's solid wall. This here is also more wall.
Was I not far forward enough to see that? Probably not.
We need to find a way around it.
Or a way around or another path.
Yeah.
And what you do know, based on just mechanical measurements, this aura has a 15-foot field of influence from wherever its position is. So just keep that in mind as well.
So there's, sorry if I'm misunderstanding, but there's enough clearance to kind of just fly over it?
No.
Not at all. It's to the ceiling.
Like, again, where I'm pinging here, there's an overhang that's encapsulated by the time stop field.
Okay.
So like this roof is just lower in this part or something like that, basically, right?
Yeah, like, this area here is open, and then this is basically like a little cubbyhole shelf in a otherwise steel wall.
So does the cloak look like it's paying like real good attention to the tyrant?
No, it's standing idle, looking forward.
Like
Towards the south.
okay.
Seems alert.
Does it care that we're here? As far as
Doesn't seem so. The same way that the other cloaks didn't.
I have a great idea.
I was gonna try to get to the door.
Yeah, I was about to say, I see there's a little door there, but I think that's from Diza's position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is a door there.
I want to try the trick I used before, and go ahead and kind of like right here. Go ahead and cast Minor Illusion. Have grinding metal and other beat boops.
All right. You
I'm
cast
pressing
your.
F5 to quick save.
Sorry, buddy. You're in honor mode right now.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Yeah, you would create a series of unsavory mechanical noises. And sure enough, the cloak moves to investigate.
It's still.
Now is there room to fly around it if we go like this way?
Looks like it.
I wanna, yeah, because I'm not sure just to clarify, this bird can't get through here, can it?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
You can squeeze through. It's not pleasant, but it's possible.
Great, I'm thinking thin. I'm squeezing through, motherfuckers.
Suck in your gut and get through.
Suck it in.
Nadira comes close. Nadira, could you take one of us over real quick?
I just
I
bend
would
down the
say-
wing for whoever gets on first.
Yeah.
I'd say
I got
Percy should go
480
over.
pounds. Go, go, go.
Fuck it, I'll go on.
Very quickly.
Percy climbs aboard.
Yeah,
I'll climb aboard.
I jump on. I jump on.
Okay, 3 humans. That's
Cobweb,
probably my
you would
max.
see he stands sentry and dusts off his knuckles. Well, if that fucker comes over here, someone's gonna have to punch his skull in. I'll
Okay,
stay here.
alright. I
Only
am
the biggest could take him on.
SS Eagles going around. Theoretically, everybody's on my back, not going that path, obvi, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I am
You
going
would clear
to,
the way.
This doesn't believe in curvature.
I'm
just
gonna
gonna put him over
ready
there, just so
some
he's not on everyone.
actions in case that tyrant
That tyrant
is
I'm
free.
so scared.
Oh, they're like, oh, it's not good.
Wait, actually, question. What happened to fucking Destin's Firebolt after the time
know, I
stop?
meant to ask
When
that
it
too.
moved, it just swooshed onto
Okay.
the ground harmlessly, impacting metal. Same thing happened when
Okay.
the other cloaks move. Is like they continued in their trajectory, hit wherever they were going, and that was it.
Okay.
Well, that's one way to do it. I can see why you all have survived your terrible fates so far. I pray that I have the same intuition.
I am super smart.
I'm inclined
Smart
to
enough,
believe you.
It's smart enough, at least.
And Percy would snake through and would get into this room where you can see there is a series of glowing apparatus, very much like the first one that he had interacted with. He cracks his knuckles and looks over his shoulder. Alright. Well, I suppose I can try my hand at this.
There we go.
Alright.
Fly back down.
So if we're looking
No,
to...
stay over by them.
Stay by them? Okay,
Stay by
just
them.
kidding. Going back.
If we're looking to get a hold
Bye.
of the service cloaks here, then I can try my code. Again, this is going to essentially put them into the similar state that the first cloak was put into. Is that what you want me to do here? Or do we have a different avenue?
That's gonna free the tyrant. I'm just gonna like blurt
No.
that out.
If
Just not. Just
Do
don't
it.
do the. I mean, don't
Yeah.
do the one that'll free the tyrant.
I don't
Right,
think he
that-
has control over it.
Okay, so that one was 919, right?
No, 559.
No, bad bird. Oh, I can't talk. Fuck.
No, he 559 is
Just a
is his.
squawk that comes from the large bird to the smaller bird.
Yeah, that the one down there is 559.
559.
So we free 559.
no,
No.
No.
559 is the one that's on the tyrant. We want 919.
Right, I'm sorry. Alright. Alright. Give me some time. I'm gonna maybe see if I can provide some information first, and then we'll see if we can move on to working with these service cloaks. With any luck, we may be able to have some information on this Genesis figure you're so interested in.
I'll go ahead
And
and
off
pat,
he goes.
I'll go ahead and pat him on the head with a wing, saying, "You can do it. I believe in you." As I'm simultaneously casting enhance ability, as well as
Yeah.
giving him bardic inspiration.
I was gonna say yeah, do that too.
Give him
Alright.
everything.
Well,
What are you
obviously,
enhancing?
His intelligence.
So
when
Fox
he-
is
Fox is
cunning.
cunning.
Yeah, when he rolls a D8 on top of that too, and it gives he has advantage.
So here's what he's got.
Yeah, so that would
Oh, just straight.
cancel.
So it's straight with a +8.
Uh huh.
Or well,
Oh,
I'm
God.
potential +8. He's got to roll the die.
Alright.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna tell you
Plus
right
a
now,
D8.
DC is a little scary for this, so we're
Shut
gonna
up.
see how we do.
Actually, before, seeing as we're doing all our effort into this, and I've like seen it bring him a bit more back to life, I'm going to try a lesser restoration on Mr. Percy.
Okay.
Just to see if it helps any.
You work your magic, and you feel that he is a little bit more invigorated in terms of the lingering injuries. However, his head trauma is still present, but this will make it easier, which is DM speak for the DC.
The DC got lowered.
Okay. Let me see here.
Well, at least he won't be asking us what day it is.
All
Or
right.
rambling about sauce.
So, straight intelligence roll here.
But yeah,
The plus BA.
as he's doing this too, Deeza's just kind of intermittently chanting, "Do not free 559. Do not free 559."
Oh, wait, putting the numbers in his head?
All right. Roll your. Let me see.
In case he gets lost
Bardic
in the
inspiration.
sauce.
Did you roll that, or is that the Sephiroth?
No, he rolls
rolls
it.
it.
Okay. Well,
It's a
here's the
D8.
base
It's
roll.
a
Let's see
D8.
how he does. It's a straight roll, all things considered.
And then
That's good.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
D20.
All
it's a
right.
dirty 20. But
That would
who
pass.
knows what the...
Cleverly done. There would be a barely audible thwum coming from further in the facility as one of the service cloaks towards the south has been incapacitated. It worked, and he seemingly disabled the far one.
Okay.
There we are. Well, it seems like that worked like a charm. Alright, I'm gonna see what I can find out about the rest of this place. It feels a bit weird to just dig into access which is not mine, but I can see these are trying times. Discretion is irrelevant. And what I'm seeing here suggests that there are a few access tunnels, if you know where to look, that lead further deeper into the pit. It seems that the deeper you go, the more intricate and interesting things become. It seems as though the lower levels that require higher access. So, if we can double back the way we came, and take the third corridor on the left, there may be a chance yet for us to get deeper. I would recommend we reconsider our approach on that cloak. I'm not sure if they all follow this protocol. These three appear to have similar intelligence to one another. The creature within the stasis. I know it's a challenging fight, but should we be able to get the lantern from that third cloak, it could dramatically increase our odds of achieving our goals. The question is if this is a fight that you all are in good health to take on. I leave the decision to you. As I said, I am not a fighter, and I'll be more than safe from within these walls. This metal is quite thick. That's by design.
Well,
I take it I can't hear that, right?
Yeah, you're further down over there, so no. You're standing sentry with cobweb, and yeah, you don't hear any of what's going on. As for
While that happens, has the cloak decided it doesn't want to investigate the invisible sound?
No, I mean there luckily is a few objects here that it can interact with over here. It's an exposed wall that has a lot of intricate pipes and what appears to be some form of wire, and it's going about and performing some sort of work on it.
Seeing as it's distracted, I'm going to try to whisper yell to Destined about that, asking him his opinion on fighting this thing.
I mean, I think we know his opinion.
even in my past, I was in a much more capable form, I would still be worried about fighting one of those. But we have people. Maybe a miracle can happen.
There's that word again.
And am I able to tell which way the tyrant is looking with all of its eyes? Or is it just kind of scattered everywhere looking at everything?
It's looking... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. It's looking essentially in your direction, over
Yep.
towards these barrels. You get
Okay.
the idea that there may have been something of interest during its time of insertion. Maybe someone was there.
Alright, well, Dagny, how injured are you? Because I know you were injured earlier.
I'm fine. We've had a long rest in between.
Oh, yeah, no, I forgot
It's,
we had a long rest.
Cobweb was the one who was injured in the last fight.
Yeah.
Which actually, with that being said, I will give him... Where's my character sheet?
Where's my super suit?
Where's my
Where
super
is
suit?
I'll give him 15 healing from lay on hands,
Okay.
since I could only do it in stages of 5.
I'm just going to say right now is a very creative solution to this that as a DM I'm waiting to see if anyone wants to try. But I'm not going to talk about it. So Destin, just assessing the situation, seeing how everyone, even after the Mind Flayer fight, is in relatively good health, you think that if you all act quickly, there is a decent chance.
Percy,
It's all about how fast you can essentially rend its physical form.
Percy, question.
Answer.
You were able to disable the other cloak. Could you hypothetically undisable one of them, say the one next to the Death Tyrant, every now and then, see if it just can't move and we wail on it basically for free?
Well, once what I'm doing here is issued to the unit, it's gonna take some time for it to buffer everything that's sent. I can't revoke packages that have already been sent outwards towards an object, so in short, no.
You B-man, you motherfucker. He's basically doing a DOS attack.
So I think I understand what he means, but I don't know if we actually want to spend the time to do it.
Yeah.
So
I want to know this creative
So
solution.
I'm
you
thinking
got.
what he means is, because of our projectiles stay suspended, we just spend however long and just fire projectiles at it, and then whenever the cloak moves, if it decides to, it just all hits it all at once. If we want to move the cloak somewhere or turn it off.
I mean,
That might actually be the creative solution where we just fucking throw a bunch of shit at it.
Yeah. And just spend forever doing it, and then just mosey on out of here.
I mean,
So we have,
it would take a lot of firepower on my account.
Question. Can you check out this cool looking thing over here?
But that's
There's a
if we do
series
want to
of
fight it.
components that are arcanely inert. A series of strange mechanical fabrications that, in assembled, they may serve a greater function, but you can roll an investigation if you want to check it out further.
Okay.
Oh no, don't exit boundaries.
Nice.
Yeah, you're not really sure what this does, even with the crit. Even if you do assemble all of it, it would need some sort of go juice to function.
I don't have any go juice. Maybe Mustache has go juice in his sauce lunchbox.
I need some ecto cooler. So with my idea being said, is that something you want to spend time to do? Or do we just hope that considering the cloak was just sitting there for however long?
Hey Percy, do you know what's in
We could
those
just
barrels,
leave.
by the way?
In short, not necessarily. It's mostly probably materials to maintain or augment whatever's already currently established here.
Alright.
So,
Yeah, what are our actions here? Are we still pondering here? What's the scar?
I'm gonna fucking ask the question out of character. Do we want to fight this thing?
No.
No.
That's one no.
yes!
That's one yes.
Yes.
Pino?
Oh, I said no.
No, that's two no's. Nay?
I just want to know what the creatives love.
I mean, we
That's
just,
not an answer. Yes or no?
I don't think so. That doesn't seem like a smarter way to walk out of this life.
Majority votes no, so I'm gonna say we don't.
cringe.
All right. You would all express your opinions towards Percy, and he would give a nod of the head.
Right. Being reckless may have its complications. At the very least, it looks like we've gotten the information that we needed here to go deeper.
Yes.
Alright. Well, I suppose in that case we should get out of this facility and grab the whatever we can retrieve from that disabled cloak and see what this corridor leads to.
Yep.
Hey, what the fuck was the harpy messing with?
Thing over here.
Yeah, what was that?
Needs
And by the way,
guidance.
during this during this time, the lantern had been hovering around Cobweb and intermittently inspecting Destined in a very strange manner.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and purge
I push it away.
on Airthal and tell him in response to that, it needs go juice.
I don't think any of us have go juice, and I'm not too comfortable using the power of a soul as fuel.
Let's go ahead and head into the facility proper then.
Eh. It'll be here when we come back, if we're really that interested in it.
Yes.
If Nadira will let us, I will climb aboard.
I guess.
Yeah, just being very careful. I'll climb onto Nadir as well.
Bird.
Writing SS Burb.
SS Squawk.
All right. And yeah, of course, Percy is with you on this,
Okay.
and over everyone
No!
we go.
No, that's how I broke my toes, you asshole. Oh, I'm sorry.
More domestic violence, I see.
Jeez.
No. Okay.
I would like to say, as the harpy walks through the music room, for like the time that they're in like this 10-foot space walking forward, they do a little jig and stop as since they can't hear it anymore.
Hmm.
Like Karlak.
Yeah. See you later, suckers.
Aerithal shall vibe as well.
All right. And off you go.
Alrighty. I will let any who wants to climb on me to get to the top of the thing, so we can avoid the two giants.
Hello?
I shall climb you.
All right. I'm going to say, for brevity's sake, you're all intending to go south to rend the other service cloak and presumably extract yet another one of these anomalous lanterns and then double back.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Well, I
right.
thought we were going to try to go through this door that's right here, right?
He said
Was that the
left. That's the right.
He said
Oh.
back out the. He said back out the way you guys came, and there's going to be a separate corridor to take.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just fucking go this way. Fuck going that way.
Nothing's stopping me from peeking through the door, though. Oh!
Mm.
Yeah. There's nothing there but a weird room. Just a box.
Not even music. Disgusting.
Yeah. I ain't really sure how that works. double doors open and then close. In short, you would work your same influence on the disabled cloak and destroy the majority of the fabric. Within is one of these.
Moon lantern. Go ahead and grab a hold of it.
It would conjoin together and mend with your, well, basically like meets your hand for a moment, and there's a bit of a flare coming from its light source before it too would join overhead. And now there are two of these things. They seem to almost resonate with one another, as though in sync. You can't help but
like
wonder what 3 may unlock, but it looks like you're leaving that cloak to do its duty and holding back that monster. And with that, I presume everyone is moving back into the way you came.
Yes.
All right.
We were told another corridor.
I heard that!
He said he heard that because my mic is really sensitive, I guess.
Yeah, I also
Kevin
heard him
can
talking
also
about
hear you
Thomas the Train
talking.
Engine.
So I don't know how to do that.
Eh,
You're a fucking faggot, asshole.
Gonna get demonetized on YouTube now. Thanks, Nay.
I mean, we don't even meet the criteria for monetization.
Oh no,
in the
we're going to
first
get
place, so-
canceled
I don't
on
know.
Twitter.com.
We're gonna
How
get
do you lower your
canceled.
sensitivity?
No.
Because I will.
I'm gonna get canceled on a website I don't even use.
Because
no.
of the slurs you spew.
Wow,
Fuck is
that
this
was
shit?
something.
I'm sorry.
No.
I just want to change it.
All right. And exit the way you would have come. With, you have Dr. Perseus leading the way. And there is a moment of quiet between each of you as you're heading down this corridor, taking a bit of a breath, having been out of that tense situation. There would be a passing moments where it would be a cobweb that would break the silence. And he tugs on Erethal's shoulder. Hey, knife ears. I mean, I wanted to talk, but I mean, hey, knife ears.
What you need?
So, like, I don't know, but I kind of have a thing, if you can tell by now, kind of have a thing for, like, magic runes and, like, their influence over, like, certain stuff. And I had been thinking about, the thing that you had. What was it? That weird toothpick?
The key?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you could use it as a toothpick, but, yeah, I mean, do you actually know what that does?
From what I encountered,
Keys
With
usually
it.
open locks.
yes. I assume it either goes to a specific door, or you can put it in a door and visit whatever is in there. I don't really know what to classify it as.
I mean, that's cool and all, but, like, how did... You said you just got that? Like, just handed it to you?
The memory of how I got it just... It's not there.
Oh, that's kind of weird. I mean, like, not as weird as some of the other stuff we come across, but, like, I don't know.
Did you get hit on head like the doctor?
No. For some reason, for memories I can't recall, ones I wanted to be rid of, I sought this entity out.
Huh. That's kind of cool, too, when you think about it. Like, there's Destin, too. You know, he said that, like, he doesn't remember anything, but, like, if you were to, like, suddenly, like, remember everything, like, you know, like how would that, like, would you kind of just go postal or something? I mean, like, it kind of begs the question, like, you can't tell me I've at least thought about that.
Whatever's in there seems very powerful. I feel like there would probably be a threat much larger than any of us could handle if it were to overpower that thing. But if you want to say hi, you're always welcome to.
I don't think that would be the best idea.
I'm sure we all have some memories we don't want.
I don't.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah, but like you totally like steal people's dreams or something like that.
Yeah, it's a little
Minds are
creepy.
interesting. You have such funny little thoughts and dreams.
Listen there, bird brain. Don't go pecking at my brain, because that's kind of like it's the line you don't want to cross, you know.
Maybe it does that because it has no dreams of its own.
It's kind of sad.
That's that's a deep cut. But where is this next corridor to go through?
It's not far, but I fear that the downward spiral may take some time. Hope you're all working to get your steps in.
I mean, we've walked far before.
All right. Well, in that case,
I usually
This is-
fly.
Good for you.
Thanks.
For the lazy, I can carry you.
Yeah.
now from whatever I was able to tell within those readings that I got, essentially the strange distortion field that's affecting the entirety of the Isle, it originates from the descent for which we're going into. It also has our best chance of getting to this Genesis figure. So, with high risk comes high reward, suffice to say.
It's the one shot we have.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind aging a few years, because I can't guarantee that you might have a few gray hairs by the end of this, being exposed to everything we've been walking through. Ordinarily, our machines are capable of shielding its influence, but as you know, you leave a machine alone for long enough and, well, things break down.
So, the time field is a natural occurrence here?
Natural's a funny word.
Or,
There's
well,
there's a center point for everything that has been emanating out of the crater. And while I've never gotten a straight answer from anyone who's been down deep enough, from what I understand, something very old and quite powerful.
Something that affects time.
In
so
space.
then did like the entire, I'd call it like a city, continent, have some sort of force field to prevent the town from being in it? Because it seems like it has failed.
Well, no. They had, well, the founders of this place, Genesis included, had gone down and did something to establish some sort of control over this influential field, and at that point, it was more than safe to establish a community within the dome.
Huh. And I... Huh.
I mean, it would make sense, right? The cloaks were originally enveloped in this dome. And if the city could have been enveloped in it, then what caused it to deteriorate in such a way?
Couldn't say.
Probably whatever the attack was.
There was a lot happening before everything got fuzzy for me. There was a massive war. Civilizations were reportedly falling by the day. And it was really grim. And we had to repurpose everything that we had made here to fight our fight.
Could
I
someone
never
have
wanted
attacked
to
a
make
source
some-
from below?
I don't really know if it was necessarily about what's below. It seems that most of the hostile forces that had taken Helios by storm in a matter of days. It seems like they just were mainly after us, people.
Genocide.
That's the word.
So, do you remember what was the last year that you can remember?
Well, there's a few different systems to go off of. The year was. The year was. Are we
What?
Hey, he stops at his tracks at this point. You can see he's getting wrapped up in his own thoughts, and his face is contorting. I don't think that we followed protocol for this. We're putting a lot of people at risk. Those
Percy.
shielding modules need to be regulated. I don't know why people can't seem to get that through their damn heads.
Healing modules.
I think part of his brain is now catching up and maybe overriding his current brain.
Don't look at
Because
me
of the
like
time
that. I'm
stop.
trying to get everything straight.
Because I'm wondering if maybe the effects that has happened might be another sort of great upheaval.
What do you mean?
Well, it's probably would be considered ancient history to you all. Maybe even forgotten history. But it was considered a long time ago, even in my past. There was a time that was considered the Great Upheaval, where magic would behave completely and totally erratically. Maybe a similar effect happened here, which is why it's now unstable.
Did he just collapse? Or
No, don't. No, I dropped something. Don't worry about
Okay.
It would happen sporadically and could be there one day and gone the next, no matter what plane you were part of.
But that would suggest that whatever this field is being controlled by something.
I mean, he did say something powerful is below, whether that be an item or being.
I just wish I could understand this.
Well, I mean, technically we're getting closer.
I feel like Rin would have had
Literally.
some idea.
Well, let's keep moving.
Yeah. Percy,
that.
are you good to continue?
I kind of forgot what I was doing. We're moving, right? Forward?
Yes. Yes.
Remind me our objective, please.
We were going to the third corridor towards the downward spiral.
Right. Alright, we've made that turn. We're going
On the
down.
left.
Yes.
Yes. But no, our objective, can we please reestablish that? Please.
We're finding Genesis.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's keep moving.
All right.
And forward all of you would go. It would be a few minutes of getting around a series of corridors that descend in a spiral-like motion. Slowly, you would find that your surroundings would eventually change from that of solid steel and almost sterile corridors to some intermittently carved out what appears to be caverns for which walkways would continue to spiral down in this what appears to be a natural formation. Some appears to be mined out, others seem to be hollowed out by what force is yet to be seen. However, the strange arrangement of stalactites that seem to almost follow spiral-like patterns as you continue to descend downwards further makes you wonder how this place was even formed at all. Perhaps this field had something to do with it. Eventually, you would come around as this corridor would take a deep descent, and you would see firsthand the place for which you are descending into.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Wibbly wobbly.
Hey.
Cool.
This doesn't scream as above, so below.
Oh my god.
Round of perception rolls.
We,
So,
we won't need eyes where we're going.
you're gonna let me. I jumped off it.
Ah, Jesus.
Go unplug
My
Eric's
body is
mic.
getting good.
Like, bruh,
I've changed the sensitivity literally to almost the very end.
then he needs to calm the hell down and quiet.
Well, they are like 5 feet from each other, so
Yeah, literally.
Can you use
There's not
this
much you can do
lockdown?
about that. Alright. Give me a second here.
ooh. I see the sounds this cave makes, and it makes Minecraft cave noises.
Fuck off.
I could see the subtitles.
Alright. Your perception of this place collectively is almost something you can't trust, as the purple miasma would continue to pool upwards against the grain of you continuing to spiral downwards. It manipulates your perception. You see almost a watery effect of this place rippling as these spatial temporal distortions almost betray your eyes. What's actually in front of you, or what's merely just an echo of the past or perhaps future, all seems to blend together in the present moment for which you are able to see firsthand. You can see that these rocks almost move like water. The stalactites and stalagmites almost meld together as you see them increase and decrease in size, seemingly at random. You watch the sediment that creates them almost pool over one another, as though it's not even solid, but a strange liquid following a strange influence. In this bit of amazement that has run the group silent, there's a voice that is beside everyone that would suddenly ring out. At first, it's distant echoes, but then it eventually becomes tangible, understandable, as you hear voices that would speak, seemingly to you, but you're not quite sure.
Either way, it's the best shot we have. We're going to have to repurpose everything that we have here. Are you sure about this, though, Genesis? You are conditioning your people to become soldiers.
Do you hear
There's-
that?
You can see that Percy is dead set, eyes locked forward. He's not reacting to this. But everyone else, you did hear that.
Did it seem like it was coming from a direction, or?
To everyone's
like-
right. It's almost as if this voice is following you.
Let's keep moving.
Try and follow the sound of the voice.
You get closer, and
Yeah.
it's only as if it was maybe 5-10 feet away, and it seems to be keeping up with you, spiraling down, and it continues to speak.
Does it get louder as we go down, or is it like the same no matter what?
It would reach the apex of its clarity after a few moments, and it maintains it as if there is something ethereal that is speaking. And you'd hear it continue.
I will say, if I can speak freely to you, I never asked for any of this. We were supposed to pave the way for a future, not determine the fates of everyone that are dependent on us. I am not a leader. I'm just someone who's clearly curious about this world to a fault. But what choice do we have? That thing wants to kill us all. That much is clear. Whoever decided to call these things angels is a bastard.
Angels.
They're deserving of such a terminology.
Angel is here.
You can see that as you're walking, there is a streak of blue that is accompanying you among the purple miasma. A figure would manifest that seems to give form to the voice.
Rylock. The conversation between him and Genesis. I'm trying to keep up with the visage of Rylock.
Okay. He's a tad slower than the group, but he is continuing. There's seemingly someone who is speaking to him, the voice for which you do not perceive at all. His hands are clasped behind his back, and you can see that he shakes his head in response to something that was said.
Damned are we to be in our position, aren't we? We don't have the faintest idea what we're dealing with, do we? Well, I suppose there's no choice. If we, us, the five of us need to suffer fates worse than death, who are we to say no? I can't perceive the amount of lives that are riding on our shoulders. But the extreme circumstances that you and Fulcrum have taken without our counsel. Avernus? Really? This is a lot to ask.
What's the word he
Avernus?
said? Vertus?
He said, Avernus!
Oh shit.
Oh, I know exactly what that is. I've heard that. I know what Avernus is.
Yeah, that perks your attention a little bit.
Avernus? What's that?
It is the first layer of the Nine Hells.
Fulcrum and Genesis are trying to create a portal to the Nine Hells?
It contains basically every single war all demon kind has ever faced. And it's actually, that's just its only purpose, is constant war. I think that may be where I fell.
You came from
What?
Avernus.
Well, maybe
Well,
not Avernus specifically, but
Well, I don't say. I kind of gesture towards the keystone. You came from Avernus.
I think it might just be the place of my death, quote unquote. Because I was not born in Avernus. That just might have been my last place of being before where you found me.
Oh wait, now hold on. So like, you seem to know a lot about this Avernus Hell place. So like, what do you know about what these guys were doing? Like, where do you draw the line? I mean, like, the Keystone thing. Like, they put monsters in there, right? So what is that
Or
like?
celestials.
Were they trying to summon demons to combat the angels?
I mean, theoretically, considering if demons were attacking, you'd pray for godly intervention, and they might send angels to aid you. Theoretically, if considering they called them angels, they might have thought the opposite could work.
Maybe.
But I don't know why they'd go there. It'd be smarter to go to just about any other layer.
Fulcrum, that's not the first time I've heard that name. And I have an idea of who that might be.
That could also be where the Death Tyrants came from. So maybe it's already successful, and then they released whatever mechanism's keeping the time portal thing around to stop them, and maybe just the Mind Flayers just happen to be there, considering they said that they attacked beforehand.
A failsafe.
Perhaps.
Let's keep moving. Is the visage of Rylock still there, or is it kept moving on?
It's kept moving. Its
I'm gonna
head is now down.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up to it.
It has a long period of silence for about another 3 or 4 minutes. And its head would perk up once again, as if pondering what to say, before finally it would speak up once again to its unseen audience.
You do understand if you do this. This affects all of Helios. If there's ever a chance developments into other planes of existence may offer us salvation from the angels, what you're doing here is going to stop them from being able to live a new life. I certainly hope you understand that. You may be condemning us when there may be a chance yet. Still, we've never been able to kill one of these things. It seems like they're almost indestructible.
And with that, you see that his visage slowly fades off.
I'm gonna try and grab the light.
The 2 lanterns that are following you?
No, like the blue light that was the visage of Rylock.
I see. You would do so, but your hand would harmlessly pass through, as you would see as that blue light fades, there's nothing but a purple after image that resides, that slowly fades away.
She just kind of has her fist to her mouth, like just deep in thought.
As for Disa, you are keeping 2 eyes wide open.
Yeah.
And you periodically look over your shoulder at those 2 lanterns that are following, and they have this perfect synchronization with one another. After prying into the first one, you can see almost plainly, like, these 2 have a perfect connection with one another, almost as though they are 2 fragments of the same larger picture. Not much to gain other than that, but you think that maybe there's more fragments yet. And keeping an eye forward, as you would finally descend to one of the lower parts of the spiral, you would spot a strange object that is not too far in the distance. Give me a moment to do one thing here. You can see there's a few catwalks that established some staging areas, although the majority of the place that you're in now is the formation of these strange caves. There's a couple objects that are very large in their construct, almost metallic, and seem to give off this heat. It's not quite like the machines you had saw previously. You think they're man-made, but maybe they had help from, like, someone else, because, like, they kind of give off a different vibe. I don't know. It ruffles your feathers the wrong way. But as for everyone, you would collectively observe what you're seeing. Here you are.
I too look at what I'm looking at.
Oh,
Would I know what that is?
You know what that is.
They've made some upgrades.
it's a vehicle of some kind?
Ladies
assuming-
and gentlemen,
I'm assuming you can see the flavor text.
I did not see the flavor text.
Okay. Well,
So where
I'll
did
read
it
it
go
real quick.
again?
A once formidable war machine appears to be repurposed to serve as a generator. The hellish glow from its grills is undoubtedly infernal. Somehow, it has retained its fuel source for over a century unchecked. And there's more than one of them.
What did they do to my body? See
This
all
was-
those there?
What?
Those are Hellfire engines. They've repurposed one of the best war machines that the Nine Hells could make to fight anything
Wait, you were this
into
thing?
mere power sources.
Whoa, wait, time out for
Oh,
a
sorry.
second. What are you talking about? Like, that was your body? Like, that's kind of just a big thing to drop on us. Like, what are you not telling there,
didn't-
Chief?
Oh, I told you guys this before.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe I wasn't
Yes,
paying
to
attention
hear-
to something. It's kind of a
I
big
didn't
deal.
look like that. I looked more like a big, scary, gaping mouth that breathed green fire and threw lightning and stuff. That looks more like a battering ram. Yeah.
Battering ram for what? Like they were invading something?
I don't know.
What on earth?
It's definitely not what their original look was.
What on earth would Volcrum and Genesis wanting to be invading?
You would see Percy is staring at this with a somber look. Almost as if there is a tinge of guilt that is weighing down on him, and he would respond to your question. No. Against genocide, against Osora, against the angels, against anything they saw fit. The Isle was an isolationist colony. If they saw something as a threat to their way of life, well, we developed ways to handle it. This was one of them.
So you thought you would protect yourselves by invading other lands?
That's correct.
Then you must have had something very valuable here that they wanted to protect it.
That I can't answer. I don't own the place.
It might not be to protect. Could just be to prevent others from having, because it could be too dangerous.
A matter of perspective.
Yeah. I mean, why else would you repurpose a war machine into a just power generator?
Why would you call upon demons for help?
Desperation,
I don't know.
when I
ask
was hearing in the
warlocks.
reports.
Genesis and Fulcrum are desperate to protect this place. Let's find out why.
Going off of previous perception rolls, you would get a better look at how this Hellfire generator is established. And you can see that there is a distinction between infernal metals and some more earthly additions. It looks like this machine is used as some form of power source. And as for Destined, you feel a strange heat that's coming from this thing. It's not just the fire from within, there's something else, something more. And as you get closer to this, Dagny, you would also notice that the two lanterns above you begin to blink, almost glow in unison with one another, as though they themselves recognize something, or yearning for something. There's more to this. And finally, for Nadira, you would hear a voice in your head that would utter a singular word.
Power.
Power?
Oh, you don't hear that.
The only person that hears that is Nadira.
Yeah.
So how close am I to them?
Who's them?
The Hellfire generators.
Oh, you're about 30 feet away.
Okay. So, knowing what usually powers them, or at least gives them more power. Actually, here, you know what? Fuck it. This might be a good time to use it. Because if they've been repurposed, let's see, like, what it is. With my divine sense.
You sense that every inch of this machine has this fiendish aura that it gives off. The very metal itself to the hellish glow that comes from the grills. This thing is a direct import from Avernus, from what you can tell. But there's something even greater. There's two additional pings on top of that. One of them is a small but acute, radiant ping, almost celestial, identical to the ones that you had seen within the lanterns. The other source is one that is fiendish in nature, but is giving off a definite shit ton of heat. Something otherworldly. There's something that almost as if there's a tiny pinhole into something worse.
I think they may be... It seems like there might be a keystone of some kind in there.
What?
But I think that might be just to have it, for lack of better words, be on. Like the on switch has been flipped. But I think they might have opened mini portals and are siphoning off the energy and then using the keystone to maybe counteract it so that then they can siphon it off to power whatever they're doing.
That's why they trapped you.
Oh, no, I was not part of this. I willingly entered my engine so I could fight longer, harder. Actually, technically fight forever, theoretically.
But you were still keeping it at bay.
I was the only one in mine. It's the only one that they needed. This is an addition of some kind.
Is there a way to extract it?
Would you like to potentially open up the hatch to hell?
No.
I suggest we leave it where it is. Because I think cutting it off would potentially set off like the biggest chain reaction explosion that could possibly decimate this entire island continent. Is that what we're on? Yeah.
Something like that.
You're right. Let's leave them be. Let's keep moving.
But if while they keep moving, I want to linger behind a little bit. Am I able to? How many are there?
There's 3 that you can see within this main chamber. There's a
Okay.
few winding caveways that go off into further segments that you can't really perceive what's over there.
Would I be able to identify if either of these 3 that I see could have been mine? Maybe some lingering connection, or
I'm
they
gonna
just
say-
change beyond recognition.
Why don't you roll investigation with advantage?
Yay.
Damn it.
Aw, buddy.
Nothing really here strikes you as familiar. Given they've been modified and repurposed, that's par for the course, but even still, nothing really jumps out at you. But what does jump out at you is you would notice that those 2 lanterns have meandered towards the nearest by generator for which you were inspecting. They're hovering awfully close to one of the top carapaces of this thing. It's a bit concerning.
It's like well out of reach, I take it.
You can definitely climb up and get to them.
I don't know if climbing up on it's a very good thing to do.
You can try.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that, but I will tell Dagny, since they are following her around up until now. Oh, I just had an idea too. As I'm pointing that out, do you think that the lifeblood soul thing could be extracted from a creature trapped in a keystone?
Maybe? The lantern's being attracted to it for some reason.
I'm asking because maybe that's where they came from. Their original soul piece. Maybe.
Well, with me looking at the lanterns, does it seem like they're flashing faster, slower? Like their only behavior that's changed is that they're attracted to one of the generators, correct?
Seems like their flashing motion is picked up a bit, as though they have been excited by something.
You might be right. It's the first time I've seen a deviation in their behavior. I don't know about taking it out, though. That seems... Either way, these things seem to be helpful. I don't want to lose them.
Well, aside from climbing on the machine, how do you think we should get them?
Can I try and call the lanterns back to me?
How so?
Your lantern.
Wait. I mean, they were kind of floating by me. Maybe I could just throw out a mental ping to it?
Now, they had been with you, but they definitely meandered over to other people periodically, as in a curious nature. But there's no mental link that's established, per se, unless you want to try something arcane.
I've seen the bird do it. Can you conjure a hand and just snag it?
I haven't had a chance to learn that cantrip yet.
Bird is smarter.
I've been meaning to. Just haven't found the time. Disa,
Yeah?
do you mind grabbing the lanterns for me?
Those things are bad.
Please?
Fine. I'll go ahead and swoop over and try and nab those two floating lanterns with them talons. Trying to.
They have some convenient handles to grab onto, and given there's two, there's one for each talon. And you would grab them and would pull them away from this generator. They don't seem to have much give to them.
I'll go ahead and keep a hold of them while simultaneously perching, I suppose, on fucking Aerithal.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Okay.
Well, as long as somebody's got them.
Yes. Let's go.
All right, and off you go. And I know it's a little early, but I think this might be a good stopping point. Not to get too far ahead without
I want to die.
Cobweb present.
I spent like 30 minutes on a conversation that didn't go anywhere.
Shit happens.
I'll close the thing.
What was this